appreciate you being here. I'm going to talk about Turkish investment program. This is fairly new to Indian market, I believe, and we are the first company who offers such product in the Indian market. Alterra Worldwide is a US-based company, actually. It's been doing EB5 program in the US for the last 4 or 5 years. We have projects delivered in Dallas, Fort Worth, and Dallas, Texas, St. Louis, Missouri, and there's a new one coming up in San Jose, California. But our presence here for mainly and specifically for Turkey. We have started Chinese program last year, and we have Chinese clients with our Turkish investment. And our expansion for this year was for India. That's why we came to Delhi. And we have a tremendous attention so far, receiving a lot of attention and questions. I will just give you a brief introduction, most of which you already know about Turkey, but I'll just give you a little brief. So this program has started last year in Turkey. The limit was $1 million US. I'm an ex-government bureaucrat. I have worked with the ministers last year to make Turkey a competitive in compared to other countries. So we dropped the limit to $250,000 towards purchasing a property, and you become eligible to receive Turkish passport. So it's going back to the previous. Pretty much the location is in between Asia and Europe, so it's like you can consider Turkey as a bridge. Istanbul being located on the far west, northwest of Turkey, close to Bulgaria and Greece. So the properties that we're selling is in the city of Istanbul. Istanbul is a 17 million population metropolitan city. And in Turkey, we have about 80 million people, total population. So Turkish lira and Turkish language is the main language. It's a mixed society of Muslims, Christians, and Buddhists. We have 2.5 hours difference between Delhi. So when it's 5 p.m. here in Delhi, it's 2:30 p.m. in Istanbul. And in 2017, Turkey's GDP growth rate ranked first among the G20 countries. So it's like very close to India with 6.4%. Half of the population is less than 31 years old. So it's a very dynamic young population in Turkey. And one of the best demographic locations, because you are within 3 hours flight, you are pretty much close to many capitals accessible for your business connections from Istanbul. So as I told you, being unique geographical location and rich natural resources makes Turkey very appealing to many businesses. For that reason, we also have an influx of businesses coming from India. I believe so far 150 companies from India were already registered in Turkey to do business. I'm talking about like major companies like Tata Motors and Mahindra and big steel manufacturers. We have a very steady growth macroeconomic environment in Turkey. We have established special investment zones for your business. So specifically, if you have like something in IT, new technology, you can take advantage of these investment zones, which will provide you tax-free advantages for your business. And let's take a look at the investment program. It's very simple. You purchase a property minimum amount for $250,000, and you keep it for 3 years. And at your first 12 months, you receive your Turkish citizenship. Very straightforward. Right now, this investment program is one of the cheapest in the world and the most flexible, because similar to some other programs, it's like you don't have to keep the unit until you keep your permanent residency. For at the end of the 3rd year, you can sell it and you can have your money back with a premium. Applicants must be 18 years and older, and your family with your spouse and children up to 18 years of age will be eligible to apply for the citizenship. Basically, through the agents and partners that we will establish in India, if you're convinced to enroll into this program, you come to Turkey, we pick you up from the airport, and we take you to the project site. You get to see the project with your own eyes. You look at the units, you pick your unit, and once you decide to purchase, you sign the service contract with our legal team. There is no hidden cost, no hidden fees. Whatever the unit's price is listed, that's what you will be paying to the developer. And there is the total cost for the legal team, which is around $9,000 for the main applicant, and then an additional $1,000 for the additional applicant, and that's it. That covers your whole costs, your permanent residency card, your translations, opening bank accounts, obtaining tax ID numbers, until the delivery of your home and passport. So basically, you get a freehold title. The title document is the most important legal document in Turkey. You can keep it for life. You are the owner, and it can be inherited. And once you want to sell it, you transfer the ownership of this title to the new buyer, and that's it. So you get your freehold title, residence, and obtain your passport at the end of the 12th month. That's it. We have a growing relationship with India for the last couple of years. We have a growing community in Turkey from Indians. I think the total registered Indians in Turkey right now about 1,800 plus. And as I told you, many Indian companies are coming and establishing businesses in Turkey, and these are like big companies. If we look at the numbers for last year alone, the total trade volume was 3.7 billion between two countries, and most of this trade took place in favor of India. I believe 2.5 billion exports from India to Turkey, which is a good indication of a growing, robust relationship between two countries. And just to recap the advantages, it's a citizenship program with passport. So we're not talking about permanent residency only. You are receiving a Turkish passport, which will allow you to visit 117 countries without visa. and 50 plus countries with e-visa. So that will give you a great flexibility for your business. We have a free Medicare and free public school systems for your family if you want to establish your family and live in Turkey. We have private schools system as well, many different colleges that you can send your kids, and they can earn different languages and different degrees and continue their education in different parts of the world with some certain advantages because we have an IB school system available. And another advantage may be a Turkish government signed with a UK government an agreement. Back in days, it's called Ankara Agreement, which allows Turkish citizens to establish business in UK. So that may be another thing that may appeal to some of you. It's a convenient and a fast application process. We can obtain your passport at the earliest in 6 months up to 12 months. And one of the best social security programs. So if you start working in Turkey, you will have a social security program that will pay for your retirement after 60 years of age. A free healthcare for every citizen. And healthcare services are excellent quality with advanced medical equipment in new hospitals in every major cities right now. The government have been heavily investing on Medicare program for the last 10 years. And Turkey has a very good infrastructure with the transportation systems available, connecting cities to each other, connecting Istanbul to world. Turkish Airlines flying, I believe, the most locations in the world as of date. And 3 daily flights between Delhi to Istanbul every day right now available. We have a 4-season climate a year, so it's really good climate conditions in Istanbul, very pleasant weather. It's an excellent investment and touristic destination because of its financial markets fully integrated with the world financial markets. There are many established companies from the world, from the West, in finance, in insurance, in industry, high tech. And other than that, a streamlined process. We're working with the best developer in Turkey. It's a 50 years old brand name. So it's a great advantages program. We have a booth out there. If you have any other questions, you're welcome to come and visit me. And we have our partners that are ready to answer your questions. And I would like to thank you for your time. If you have any questions, I can take it here, but we have our booth. The program is kind of pushed here, so I want to help you guys too. I can take the questions over on our booth, and thank you for your time, and hope to see you in Turkish program. Thank you.